This is Aubrey from sportsbiketrackgear.com, and today we are going to do the install of my brand new M4 complete system on the R6. We've already taken off the old system, which actually Dr. Van did that for me. We didn't need to show you that part, but we are going to take you step by step through installing the new system. It does come with a nice instruction sheet. I've already read through it. You should too. First thing we really want to talk about is we want to make sure that the spigot and the flange sit nice and flush on the machine surface on here. You really want to make sure that this is nice and flush before you even put it on the bike. It helps out in the long run. Next thing is your gaskets. Make sure that they are all intact and in good shape. They are reusable, and I've already checked over all of mine and they are good to go. So we really want to make sure that it sits up there nice and flush, and if for some reason yours is not staying in there, you can use a little bit of grease, dab a little bit on there, and it will help hold it in place for you. So we'll go ahead and get started. And we're going to start to bolt everything on here, and you really want to make sure too that when you're putting the bolts on there that you really only tighten them, you want to hand tighten it, but you don't want to tighten it all the way. We'll go back through and we'll do all that. But you also want to make sure that it's even on each side with the bolts. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and install the head pipes onto the collector, and we need to start off by making sure that we put some anti-seize lubricant on the inside of the collector here. I'm just going to do all four first, quick. Okay, then we're going to slide the head pipes in. Maybe. Okay, now that we have the springs on, we're ready to install everything. We're going to slide it up into place. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I have a second set of hands here to help me. You can likely do it yourself if you take your time, but we're going to do it together here to make it a little bit easier.
Teamwork, baby.
Okay, and then we can also go ahead and get our springs on there. Okay, now we can go ahead and work on getting our canister installed. We're going to put a little bit of our anti-seize lubricant on the inside here first. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and put the spring on, which is going to help hold the canister in the right position. Okay, and this sometimes can be a little tricky here, getting everything lined up. But we're going to use this to help get some leverage here. And we also have pre-drilled or drilled the bolt and the nut here for safety wire, so we can, for any track day or race organization, they're going to want us to have that done. So, okay, now we can go ahead and put the bolt in here that's going to hold the collector to the hanger. We're going to put a little bit of red Loctite on it. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and thread in our oxygen sensor. We're not currently using this because I do have a pizzazz, but we want to make sure we're plugging the hole here, and we're going to tie it up out of the way. I'm going to take a zip tie, and we're just going to kind of tie it up here to the rear brake reservoir. Okay. And we're also going to, now we can go ahead and tighten the bolt on the hanger back here. Okay, and we can also go ahead and do our safety wiring. Okay, I have everything on here, everything's nice and tight, but one thing we are going to do, I haven't started it yet, we are going to just wipe everything off a little. My hands are a little greasy, and we just want to make sure that all of our fingerprints and everything like that are wiped off. Okay, now that we have everything wiped down, we're going to go ahead and start the bike up and check for leaks, see how it sounds. I'm super excited. I think the exhaust sounds great. It looks great. M4 makes a great product. Finally get to ride my bike. We're gonna leave for the track tomorrow. We're gonna go to Groton, and I finally get to ride it now with all the extra goodies we've done on here now that it's been repaired. And this is Aubrey from Sport Bike Track Gear.